Welcome back. Again, we will see the same chapter, chapter number 3, but we will see second part, second video of this chapter. Okay. In first video, we have seen two definition of electric current. I is equal to, what is I? Electric current is equal to net amount of electric charge passing through the unit area of a conductor in a unit time t. Clear? So this was the first definition we have seen in first part. Okay. Then Ohm's law. Under fixed physical condition, which condition? Temperature constant. Under fixed physical condition, V is directly proportional to I. Remove proportionality sign, put constant, that constant is symbolized as R, I. What is R? R is known as resistance. R is equal to V by I. So, only two definitions we have to remember. Okay, I is equal to Q by T and R is equal to V by I. For our convenience, this is Ohm's law. Under fixed physical condition, which condition? Temperature of a conductor is constant. Okay. Now let us see. Same topic. What is R? R is resistance. Resistance is maximum for insulators and resistance is minimum for conductors. So this resistance depends upon two factors. Which one? Types of material, and second one is its dimension. How? The resistance of a conductor depends upon dimension. Let us say. Suppose, for our convenience, we will say this is a conductor. This conductor having a length L. This conductor having area A. Got it? So, we can say that the resistance of a conductor depends upon length as well as area A. And electric current passing through the conductor, consider it is capital I. Now let us see how it depends upon dimension. First case, we are taking about length, means resistance of a conductor depend upon length. Let us see how. So let us take two conductors of same area. This is conductor number 1 having length L. Let us take the same conductor having same length. Now electric current passing through both the conductor, that means conductor number 1 and conductor number 2 is I. So it is like a series connection. So electric current passing through both the conductor is same. Means for this electric current is same, but electric potential across the conductor 1 is V, and again for second conductor electric potential is V. So here if length is double, electric current becomes same, but electric potential become how much? V plus V. So total electric potential is 2V. So electric current same, electric potential 2V. For this you can say that resistance R is equal to V by I as per Ohm's law, as per definition of resistance. But in this case, if length is double, then electric potential also become double. So resultant resistance R dash. What is V by I? V by I is nothing but resistance. So is equal to 2R. So this equation shows that if the length of a conductor is double, then electric potential also get double. So the net resistance, effective resistance, total resistance becomes double than original resistance. Clear? Once again, it is our standard condition. Conductor having length L, area A. Then resistance of this conductor is given by V by I. What is V? Electric potential across the end of a conductor. Give it equation number 1. Now let us take two conductors having same length and same area. Conductor number 1, conductor number 2 having same length and same area. So on passing electric current passing through both the conductor is same, right? First conductor માંથી બી I electric current pass થાય છે, second conductor માંથી પણ electric current કેટલો pass થાય છે? I. Means I is same for both of the conductor, but electric potential becomes double. So total electric potential becomes 2 times electric potential of first. So if we want to find effective resistance, total resistance of this type of conductors, then you will have 2R. Means see, by joining two conductors of equal length, the total resistance of this combination becomes double. Means resistance increases. How many times? 2 times. Same way, you can take 1, 2, 3 parts of a conductor, 3 conductors of same length, then resistance increases how many times? 3 times. Got it? So from this we can say that if length increases, the effective resistance is also increases. So here the concept of resistance related to that length is finished. Now let us see how the resistance of a conductor depends upon area. Okay? Same conductor we are taking, is it? Okay, see. So this is the conductor having a length L. Clear? Now we are going to do area. half. So you are having two conductors, but this first part having area A by 2, second part having area how much? A by 2. So total area becomes as it was A. Electric potential across the conductor is V, but when we are passing electric current I through the conductor, that electric current is divided into two, right? So from upper part, electric current passing is I by 2, and from lower part, electric current passing again is I by 2. Is it? So in this condition, electric potential is same, but electric current become half. So for this, if you want to find resultant resistance, this resultant resistance R is equal to V by I. This is our standard equation, but resultant resistance we are taking R dash, and in this situation electric current becomes half. So I by 2. Take 2 outside, so you will have 2 V by I. What is V by I? V by I is nothing but resistance. So here also same result you will get. Means effective resistance increases by 2 times than initial resistance. Clear? So from this we will conclude that what we will conclude? K. Resistance depends upon which two quantities? That length as well as resistance depends upon area of a conductor. Clear? So this was the simple thing, okay, how the resistance depends upon the dimension of a conductor. Clear? Let us see. Simple things, simple definitions. From this definition, we took R is equal to V by I for standard conductor. Right? In first part, we have seen two conductors of same length. At that time also, we got the same result. Here, area becomes half. Then electric current also divided into two parts. So I is divided into I by 2 and I by 2. Again the same result we are getting. It means resistance of a conductor depends upon L depends upon A. How it depends? Directly proportional or inversely proportional? That we will see in next video. Thank you.